In this video, we're discussing the teams that I support. I've been asked this question to do my favourite sports, but first I've got to do my favourite teams to then discuss my favourite sports because they are interlinked. Now, look at the dates that I put on the board. And this is really crucial. I've got to get all my pens out now. Right. Okay, so 1992. I've been back in the UK now for a year, being born abroad in an army base and shuffling around Western Germany for 2.5 years. And there's 3 teams I'm going to put up. Now, notice this is the original Jets. Now, they have since become known as, due to relocation, these guys. Hence the rather large tattoo on my chest. Now, I follow them because of my dad. He was passionate about football. He used to play in the English non-league, so if you're an American fan, soccer. But he used to play in the non-league structure in this country before joining the army. And the first game we watched on TV was Blackburn versus Liverpool. And for me, it stuck. I liked the blue and white. They ended up becoming Premier League champions 3 years later, in 1995. And they won the League Cup in, I think, 2002. It's the only 2 trophies they've won since I've been following the team. They've had a few dark days. They're not in the Premier League at the moment. They're in the Championship, which is the league below. Bracknell Bees, they also are an underdog story. They're the little team that could. When British ice hockey became professional, not long after I started supporting these guys, in about '96, they were playing in the Ice Hockey Super League, which was the first professional league British ice hockey had since the 1950s and 60s, and they won it in 2000. They won the regular season and they won the National Cup as well. They were a very good side. There's some very good players. They then dropped down a level when the league failed and the Elite League started. They joined the EPIHL, They won that a couple of times, a couple of trophies in that cup and league, and some playoff wins around 2007-2008, and then again dark times ahead. It's been a struggle, but they're still going. They've gone through some very dark times. True underdog stories. The original Winnipeg Jets, again 1992. Teemu Solani, a young kid who's really young, but will absorb like a sponge, because most young kids will absorb everything like a sponge. And for the next 4 years, loved watching these guys. Entertaining, yes, came up short, but very entertaining. And of course, they went to become what was Phoenix at the time. They're now known as the Arizona Coyotes, and they are my second NHL team. I will be making a magnet for them, fear not. 94 rolls along. Now, we've settled into our home in the UK, and we have subscription pay-per-view Sport TV. So I ended up watching a lot of these guys in the NRL. Well, what became the NRL, so the Australian Rugby League. And of course, we had the Super League wars in the mid to late 90s. But I started following these guys. Yes, they might have won a grand final the year I started following these guys, but follow these guys again. They've had a lack of success for a while. Recently, 2016, they did get the semi-finals. They were 1 game away from a grand final. I like a good underdog, and to be fair, I would love to go see a game in Canberra. For the first half of their existence, they didn't even play in Canberra. They played in New South Wales and Sydney, so that's a weird thing. But don't get me wrong, love the Raiders. Would happily go see these guys play a game anywhere. Really would. Without a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt, would happily follow that team and go see them play. I would love to do that. That's something that's on my bucket list, is to go and see these guys play. Now, because of these Jets moving to Arizona, these Jets reappear when Atlanta gets moved, and I've done videos on the NHL. As soon as they moved back, I was happy, because the team that I grew up watching and supporting like a fanatic has come home. So there's a big gap where they move and they come back. But yes, it's a bit later in life, because most of my support was done in my formative years. But very happy when they came back. Yes, it's taken a long time for the game to do well in the playoffs, but there is hope for the future. They've got a very slow team, and I will be doing a video on these guys and their chances for the Stanley Cup end of next year, at some point in the next couple of weeks. As it is the off-season, I will be doing a video on that. So we can have a look at their roster, who they've got, because they've got some players going to arbitration, so I'm going to wait until that's all sorted, and then we're going to look at these guys, the players they've got, and where they are going forward. That's going to be really, really interesting. But yeah, these are the good teams I support. Between these 5 teams, not a lot of silverware, not a lot of victories in my lifetime. In the past, yes, they have been very, very successful. These guys only formed in 1987, so all their successes happened in my lifetime. These guys were formed, I believe, in the WHA era. A lot of success then, not in my lifetime. They've won more trophies before I was born than since I was being born. I've only won 2 trophies in my lifetime. I believe they've won, I think, a couple of minor premierships in there, and definitely one grand final since I followed them. These guys are finally starting to push on, and they're looking a very tasty side, and they look the most likely Canadian side to win a Stanley Cup based on how they've been playing the last year and a half. They're a team to watch. Basically, yes, that is the teams I support. It's been a short little video. It's been a bit more personal. I've explained the years I started following. So yeah, there you go. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Place your comments below. I want to hear from what teams you guys support. And I will do a video happily. Well, I've done videos on 3 out of the 4. I haven't done a video on Canberra. I've done 1 video on Canberra on the channel. I tend not to do videos on teams that I follow because I prefer to stay unbiased. Otherwise, I would be called a fanboy, and I don't particularly want to be called a fanboy. But there we go. So thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Place your comments below, and I'll have some more videos for you soon.